Hello everyone and welcome to Small Talk with the Etsy Collective. Small Talk with the Etsy Collective is an initiative to bring you closer to the change makers, industry veterans and Etsy sellers and give you an opportunity to listen to their thoughts, ideas and find some inspiration that we all need right now. I'm really happy to share with all of you that Etsy Collective completed its 2-year anniversary milestone last month, and thank you to all of you for coming along with us in this journey. Your love and enthusiasm is what keeps us going, and we look forward to many more such milestones with you.
Hello everybody, we have completed 2 years of Etsy Collective. It has just been an incredible way for people to connect. Etsy's mission is keep commerce human, and I believe that Etsy Collective has been able to work towards that mission and serve that mission in a very effective manner. Here's to 2 years of Etsy Collective and many more to come. I believe that this is absolutely the best platform to keep commerce human in addition to being online on Etsy.com.
Congratulations Etsy on completing 2 years of the collective.
This is an amazing milestone. Kudos to you guys. Congratulations.
Has to be the first collective which we had in Bikaner House. I was invited to the event and I absolutely loved it.
I so vividly remember that when I walked into the room, there was so much energy, there was so much enthusiasm. That itself became such an amazing memory for me.
A DIY session at the end of the workshop, I think it's really a stress buster that you get involved, you learn and you leave the session with a souvenir.
There's so much to learn from so many creative geniuses.
I'm sure it adds a lot of value and provides a lot of insight into the many facets of this industry.
Etsy India team really took on the challenge of making the lockdown successful and informative and educative for all their Etsy sellers.
The entire Etsy team, keep rocking, you guys are doing great.
And thank you for keeping commerce human.
And with that, I'd like to introduce our team. Sunanda Krishna is the PR and marketing lead for Etsy in India. The Etsy Collective has been her passion project for the last 2 years and something she never tires speaking about. Radhika is part of the marketing team and the behind-the-scenes star of this session. She'll also be answering you in the chat box today. Rohan is our expert for today and he will be answering all your questions related to setting up your Etsy shop. His team has helped hundreds of sellers in setting their Etsy business up for success. And finally, I'm Ishani and I'm part of the community and marketing team and I'll be moderating the session today. With that, I'd like to welcome our very special guest, Esha from the Etsy shop ArsaStore. ArsaStore initially started with Esha's vision of creating stylish, comfortable and reasonable products and soon blossomed into a business Esha has built from her hobby. Thank you so much, Esha, for being part of the Etsy for the small talk today. So Etsy is a global marketplace for unique and handcrafted goods. We provide creative entrepreneurs with a platform to showcase their work to people from more than 80 countries in the world. We're the only marketplace which focuses on creative entrepreneurs, and we help our community of sellers turn their ideas into successful businesses. Our platform connects sellers with millions of buyers looking for an alternative, something special with a human touch for those moments in life that deserve imagination. We connect millions of buyers and sellers from nearly every country in the world. Currently, we have 2.8 million active sellers all over the world, selling more than 66 million products to over 47 million active buyers. In a time when automation is increasing so much, it's our mission to keep the human connection at the heart of commerce. And that is why we built a place where creativity lives and thrives because it's powered by people like you. In 2019, Etsy became the first e-commerce company to offset 100% of carbon emissions from shipping. For every item shipped in our marketplace, Etsy automatically invests in environmental projects to offset the emissions. Since 2019, we have offset over 173,000 metric tons of CO2, the equivalent of 20,000 homes' energy use for a year, or charging 22 billion smartphones. And it's not just us as a company who feel responsible to account for our carbon footprint. 90% of our buyers also say that environmental sustainability is very important to them. There are three major categories of goods that can be sold on Etsy. Handmade is anything that you design or make, comes under this category, which is also the biggest category of sale for us. Items which are older than 20 years in product age come under the vintage category. And craft supplies are anything which can be used to make something new, for instance, materials like fabric, gemstones, and this is the only category in which we allow bulk sales in. And lastly, a little bit of trivia to show that Etsy is truly built to encourage entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs pick Etsy for their journey. 95% of our buyers work out of their homes, and 53% of our total sellers sold their first good on Etsy. 83% of our sellers are also women, and 90% of our sellers are businesses of one. There's a reason that entrepreneurs pick Etsy for their journey, and it's because we believe that entrepreneurship begins with you. That's why all the decisions regarding your shop should be made by you. Starting from the price you want to charge for your products to the shop policies about shipment, returns, and refunds. We also have a lot of seller services and tools which help you start, manage, and scale your business. The company was founded in 2005 and our headquarters is in Brooklyn, New York. We started our corporate office in India in 2018 in New Delhi. And since then, we have tried to engage with our creative community in India, and the Etsy Collective as an event is a result of this objective. Our aim with the Etsy Collective is to build a community of artistic individuals who are curious about Etsy as a platform and want to explore it. Now we have done over 100 sessions with the Etsy Collective, and these are all the places where we have done these sessions offline. And I want to show you a small video of the Etsy Collective offline to give you a glimpse of the experience and show you what we have in store for you, hopefully not too far into the future.
Etsy was one of the first steps I took, which brought my passion out of just being a passion and into something which could give me, actual money. The ease with which anybody today can take any skill they have and monetize that and turn it into a brand, which is amazing. It means that anybody who has a skill can make it more than just a hobby.
Count the distant tumbling stars from the roof of our cars, letting go of our hearts. Close your eyes, pretend that it's your first kiss. Darling, can you feel it? Oh, so ignorant bliss. Oh, the whole night through.
We're not just about selling. Etsy is really about building a community of creative people. And what we've done in India is since last year is that we try through the Etsy Collective to meet with different creative people in different parts of the country. So far we've done about 32 collectives. Almost all the bigger cities we've covered, and now we aim to go to the smaller cities and interact with creative people.
It was great, quite informative. It was worth it.
It's always good to be around Etsy people and the entire communities.
People are very welcoming, and this workshop, everything was good.
Perfect. Now moving on to the main part of our session. Esha, can you tell us a little bit about your background, and do you come from a design background?
So yeah, as I was just telling you, I have done my interior designing, and I worked as an interior designer for a few years before I got married, and I became a mother of two. But later I got busy with my family things and home and everything. Then after 20 years, I came back to the designing profession again. So I'm born and brought up in a huge family where every creative job was done at home. Whenever we needed whenever we needed to jazz up a little bit, we used to get some stunning scarves or jacket with embroideries made by my grandmoms or aunts or my mother. We never ever heard about these words like fast fashion and all. And recently, you hear all these words like organic and ethical fashion and sustainability, and then natural, and all such words are highlighted everywhere nowadays. But we have actually lived these words day in and day out. And I want our next generation to cultivate such habits and to practice all such lifestyles actually. So this is the background, like how I have been grown in a family which is having creative background and full of creative people. And then after later, like I still remember my day when this topic was started. It was a very chilly evening, winter evening, and my daughter Sai was here for her Christmas break. And Arya, my son, was studying. Son was preparing for his study abroad as well, and that was probably the last long holiday which we could have enjoyed together. We were sitting comfortably wrapped in blanket, chit-chatting and pulling each other's leg, having fun. And suddenly Arya, in a very serious tone, said, "Mom, what will you do after both of us go? Have you planned anything to keep yourself occupied?" That was like everyone was serious, and everyone, it was like pin drop silence. And that's how the topic started. What mom will do in her empty nest.
Yeah, that's what actually I was just going to come to the next question of how did you come up with the idea of ArsaStore? But can you also, so I think I understand what the, where the idea came from, but what's the inspiration behind the name?
Yeah, so I'll tell you the story again. We discussed a lot, and there was a lot of brainstorming and a lot of different opinions about different options and everything. And then suddenly Sai suggested that I could pursue my hobby of dress designing. Since I had been designing her dresses for a while, and even she and her friends loved them. So I was already drawn to that. I always wanted to do something in my I always wanted to do something in a creative field, and I wanted to work and grow and achieve something. So I shared this thought with everyone. But then my husband had different plans. He said he want us to travel, have fun, and not to be tied up with extra responsibilities. So it took a few weeks to think. It was not an overnight decision actually. And then after a few days, after thinking a lot, I came to this conclusion that I can have an online business. I can start an online business of handmade clothing. So that I can keep the right balance between all our travel plans, adventures, and sense of that ownership and a creative outlook, which I was looking for. So I discussed this idea with everyone. So luckily everybody agreed to that idea. and I immediately started working on it. I had already decided the name Arsa because uh, in Arsa, like R comes from Arya and Sa comes from Sai. So that's how, like, I wanted to include my kids' names, initials, names, letters in my business name. So and yeah, and the meaning of Arsa is also really nice. Like Arsa, Aina, Shisha, mirror. You can see your reflection in a mirror. So Arsa was like. Everyone found that name nice, and I was lucky enough to get help from many sweet people. Our friend's friend, who is a very good, very famous calligraphy artist. He did a logo for Arsa without even knowing me, and my cousin designed a website for me. Then Arya's two very sweet friends, Palak and Janvi, did photography of my products. So everything was going in a perfect way, and everything went smoothly.
Amazing.
Even,
So
yeah.
Collective effort in getting it started. I think that's what a lot of people might find interesting, because we've already started getting questions about how you started your business. But before that, I just wanted to understand. So you talked about you chose online, of course, because of the flexibility. You did have a lot of other plans, and you wanted the flexibility of having a business that did not tie you down, but gave you an opportunity to create things and explore creative outlets. But can you tell me a little bit about why you chose, or how you came across Etsy, or why you chose Etsy as the platform that you would build your business on?
That's right. Yeah. So that's a very interesting story. So when I started with this online Arsa store, and I got very good response also, and even like immediately after I launched the website, sales started flooding. Obviously, all from my sister, mother, and friends initially, and then I got really busy with everything, and eventually it was becoming very hectic for me to handle, to manage each and every section of my business single-handedly. So then I realized that doing online business is not that easy. And then my husband suggested me to hire a few services who will handle my business, and I can concentrate on my creative part. But then I, uh, I I found it difficult because I was not able to afford extra services at that time. But then my husband yeah, even offered finances, but I was pretty determined that I want to manage everything on my own. Uh, so I was a bit stressed, and one day I was discussing all these difficulties with Sai, uh, and she told me, "Mom, do you know about this platform called Etsy?" So I had no idea about Etsy because Etsy was not popular at that time in India. And then she said, no, you must check this wonderful platform. It's perfect for you, and it's very convenient. You need not worry about your business. Etsy will take care of your business. You just have to keep on doing your creative work, and you just check the platform. So I did all my research and all, and I really found this platform amazing. And this was like a dream platform for me. So I could start my Arsa store on my own terms and conditions here. Uh, I could handle my business so easily. This this was like comprehensive digital platform. It had that was taking care. Etsy was taking care of everything, like our order processing, marketing and sales, and then our order tracking. Everything was taken care by Etsy. So I didn't have to work a lot as such. So I was pretty happy, and I thought this is the perfect platform for me. And so I selected Etsy, and I never ever checked any other platform. And unlike other platforms, Etsy don't ask you to stock your products here. So that was the major thing for me. And the second, actually, the most important thing was the vibes I got from this platform. Really warm and friendly vibes I got from this platform. And I felt like I'm in a family. I'm in a huge creative family here.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
So now answering, like this is something that's I've seen been coming up in the chat box as well. But can you tell us a little about the steps from the idea of a new collection to the final product and what the process is in that?
So according to me, I always find cooking and sewing quite similar. You know, like how when you have good quality ingredients to make any dish, 95% chances are your dish will turn delicious. So similar way, when you are designing or you're making some dress, I think fabric is the most important part of that process. And if you have a beautiful fabric with a nice texture, having a nice fall and color, so just with a simple design and some smart cuts, you can make a stunning dress out of it. So I always try to collect my hand-picked fabrics, mostly from the local looms whenever I'm traveling. And so I collect all these fabrics with me, and before starting the process, I select fabric from my collection according to the season and trends. Then I draw a few designs and work on that. I love including some interesting details and combinations to the design. And if needed, I even take help from my tailors.
Yeah, I can see pictures. There are some really interesting details. I think really simple silhouettes, buttons or cups.
Right. I love combining different fabrics of different textures and different colors, different designs. And I like to work with some actual design part. Then if these are few very simple and subtle designs. I prefer making simple dresses. Yeah.
It really like comes out. That's what like you talked about, the focus on getting good fabric. I think the fabric is kind of speaking for itself in these designs.
Right. I never wanted to run a mass production type of a business actually. My vision was that each of my customers picked a piece that spoke to them, and the piece would be only for them. They wouldn't see it on anyone else in the entire world. I know this might sound like blowing my own horn, but but you can see Arsa's each dress is one of a kind. I try not to repeat the design.
That's what's kind of missing, right? Like it's so common when you like you might be owning something that might be owned by so many other
Someone
people.
else. Then you feel really I'm not having the like I'm not having some unique dress or something like that. Feel is there. So actually that makes you I don't know, when you are going for some nice shopping, some nice outfit for yourself, then you always think to have some unique thing for yourself. So that thought, I think should be maintained, and that concept should be maintained. So that's why I prefer to not to repeat the design, not to repeat the dress. You can even see my some of my happy customers. I got this chance to make some nice coordinated dresses also, like for mom and a baby, husband, wife, sisters. So yeah, and I'm really lucky. My all my relatives, all my cousins and my sister, my friends, they are so supportive. And you can see the reviews from some global customers. So this keeps me going. Actually, this brings new energy every day to my life. Actually, this is really motivating, and I feel really nice when I read these reviews, and when my customers send me such nice reviews. I'm really happy.
Yeah, it's great to hear about your success stories, Esha. You already also spoke about the Etsy seller community. Can you tell me a little bit more about how being part of the Etsy seller community helps keep you motivated or has helped you in your journey?
Actually, whenever, like every morning, I go and visit my ArsaStore, and I always when every day I remember Gulzar Saab's these lines: आईना देखकर तसल्ली हुई, इस घर में हमें भी जानता है कोई. And I really feel nice whenever I visit Etsy site, and I could here you can see it's a continuous flow of creativity and professional learning and sharing with wonderful creative people. And I got this chance to visit Delhi and meet all the Etsy captains and Etsy team. And now I have, and this is my Nasik Etsy community. And even we have wonderful, this is the picture of Delhi team and Delhi Etsy team and all the Etsy captains, wonderful captains, lovely captains. And I have formed that special bond with the entire community. I have formed that special bond with team Etsy India and all the captains after this Delhi meet. And I had wonderful time there. These are my sweetest memories, actually. And then I equally find that warmth and positivity in my Nasik Etsy community as well, which is growing nicely. We are having we have workshops, and actually these were the in-person workshops before the lockdown, and we were enjoying these workshops very regularly. But unfortunately, we can't meet due to this lockdown. So we are having some online workshops, and we are having wonderful activities. And we have made this lovely group of a few very interesting artists, senior artists, who will eventually join Etsy. And we have named this group Atrangi United. So in English, it's Artrangi, but Hindi, you can say Atrangi United. So it's a partial group. Like there are Etsy sellers as well as few non-Etsy sellers also. So who will eventually join Etsy soon. So yeah, so Etsy has given me a lot. Basically, Etsy has given me a new what you can say, new identity and new family. So I'm pretty happy, and I want to grow with Etsy now.
That's amazing. That's really good to hear for us as well, that you've not only found success for your business on our platform, but also found like-minded people and a community that you can.
Right. That's right.
You, like you said, that you also have a group of people who you're encouraging to take up, start their own business. So how has entrepreneurship empowered you to make a change in society?
So I always feel if you can create a job for yourself, you should try to create job for others also, who are who really need it. And I try to train and guide people who are searching for some new jobs, or who are really interested in such creative fields, and even they want to do something apart from their regular life, like how I was like I was hoping to do something more than what I am right now. Like I was being a housewife, just being a housewife was not fulfilling for me. So similar way others also feel. So I whenever I see such people, I come across such people, I try to motivate them, guide them. So one example is my maid Lakshmi. So I have trained her, and Aja, so she's Lakshmi. She's Lakshmi, and yeah, she's बोल तू क्या करती है?
मैं भी मैडम के साथ काम करती हूँ। मुझे भी मैडम ने प्रोत्साहित किया काम करने के लिए। मैं भी अभी ड्रेस के छोटे-छोटे ऑर्डर्स लेने लगी।
So she's saying अभी मैं भी ड्रेसेस के ऑर्डर्स लेने लगी हूँ, छोटे-छोटे ऑर्डर्स लेने लगी हूँ. Now I'm properly trained and I can start my small business.
That's
so yeah. So before she came, there was a lady whom I trained, and now she went back to her village and she has started her small tailoring shop there. So I feel nice. Yeah, we can achieve something more than just gaining some, you can say, gaining tangible things. You can achieve some more things when you are doing such social activities also.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So I'm always happy if I can help someone.
So what's your advice to someone who is starting on Etsy? What do they need to pay attention to in the initial phases?
So everyone must have heard my story, simple story, and I feel it's pretty you can understand, if I can do the business on Etsy, even you can do it. So just be confident, be focused, and don't be afraid of losing, or don't be afraid of competitions or failure. Just go with the flow, just jump in the river. And Etsy is extremely supportive of new entrepreneurs. It's like a mom guiding her children to kindergarten, like hand holding through your business journey. So without any hesitations, just go ahead and let Etsy support you, and you start an exciting chapter in your life.
Thanks for the tips, Esha. We have quite a few questions from the audience, both for you and also for everyone who's going to be answering some of the more technical questions around policies and things. So there, I just start with the first question. How did you motivate? This question is from Tanya Pipri. The question is, how do you motivate yourself to start your business?
So as I shared my story, my kids were the huge motivation for me to start this business. Actually, they pushed me like, you should do something with your creative talents, and don't just sit at home and don't just lead that typical mediocre lifestyle and life. You do something, mom. So that was the biggest motivation, actually.
So there's a question from Bhavna, who is asking, when do you know that you're ready for entrepreneurship? And maybe, I think from your experience, you can talk about entrepreneurship like in online creative business. They're asking, like, they make something, but when do they know it's the right time? Do they have all the capabilities to start their business?
If you'll ask me, it's nothing like that. Like, when do you decide and all that? Like, when you should be confident enough, and you should have faith in yourself and your capabilities. I'll suggest, don't overthink. Just bang on and just start what you want to do. If you're not doing anything wrong, you will definitely get to your goal. I don't think there is any particular time or you need to go to that standards or something. I don't think so. I think you should be confident enough to just start your business or your whatever you want to do and grow yourself. उसके लिए मुहूर्त नहीं होता है. You just need to bang on.
There's a question from Madhavi, who's asking, what is the how do you design the packaging for ArsaStore, and like, is there any design put in it, or what do you do to make sure that the products are delivered safely?
Okay, so I try many innovative ideas, actually, for packaging. Initially, it was very simple with the plastic polythene bag and the bubble packets and all that. It was that simple. But later, I came up with these idea of recycling the envelopes. Envelopes which you get these wedding invitations or some which you can recycle, actually. If you have anything in your house, you can restore and you can recycle them. So I follow all such ideas, and many times all my family and like my friends call me kabadi wali. Kitna sara jama ke rakhti hai kachra sab ghar mein. But I love using old things, and I love recycling and all such things. So
I think, like you said, you've grown up in a family where you kind of like utilize things to the best ability, and also kind of upcycling things to keep new value. I
That's
guess
right.
that's
and I always feel there is right, and I always feel, Ishani, ki there is some emotion behind those old things. So I'll give you an example. I have restored my grandfather's kurta here. So this kurta is like, I have these upcycle this kurta, and this is purely handloom silk, khadi silk, which is like made those days. My grandfather used to, all my grandparents used to wear only khadi, which was handloom. And such kind of fabrics, it's so rare to find, and it's so expensive. If you'll go to the market, you basically you won't find such pure fabrics. And then I can feel that warmth of my grandfather in this dress. So I have tried to restore it, and I like restoring and recycling such things which has some emotional value and which has that warmth in it. So I keep continuing that. Yeah.
That's a beautiful piece and a beautiful story behind it as well.
Hmm.
I'll just give you like a minute's break because I have a few questions for Rohan. Some things
Yes.
around the support that Etsy provides. So Rohan, if I could just direct a few questions to you. You're on mute right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
So
wait.
the question we have is from Swati, who's asking, is there some kind of training that Etsy provides for shop creation and maintenance? So if you can, kind of give a brief about our onboarding process.
Yeah, definitely. Like we have our own team of Seller Acquisition where we can guide you completely regarding how to open Etsy shop, how to do the listings, how can you start your shop with good amount of visibility, and regarding the shop opening process, like there's a small 5-step process where we can guide you how to set up your Etsy shop. So it's a very easy process. So you can fill a form and we just get back to you like regarding the setting up your Etsy shop. So we can completely guide you regarding the opening of the shop and after the shop opening also, regarding the maintenance, regarding the operating of the website. So we can completely guide you.
Perfect, thanks. The next question is from Shivanti, who is asking about Etsy's shipping policy for sellers.
So basically, shipping right now we are only increasing you to do the shipping. But yeah, when you're talking about the shipping policies, this is the beauty of Etsy. Like we are not like other platform where you need to accept the returns, where you need to accept the refund basically. So you can make your own shop policies. If you want to accept the returns, you can do it. If you don't want to accept the returns, you can keep it off also. And the by default policies of Etsy is like you can accept the returns and exchanges within 14 days, and if the buyer is refunding it, then buyer will pay the return shipping cost. So this is the by default policies of Etsy. So if you want to go with that policies also, it is quite helpful for you as compared to other platform, because Etsy doesn't like allow buyer to fulfill all the details regarding the, it is not the buyer friendly platform completely. It also gives the equal opportunity to the seller itself.
Right. So, right, like I think buyers and sellers both have equal rights, and sellers do get to kind of pick their policies and put it out there, especially because it's a handmade platform and sometimes returns could be difficult. Thanks. Last question, Rohan, is from Neelam, who's asking how to start their business with a low budget. So I think if you could just brief them about the costs of selling on Etsy, the commission, the different listing fees, that might help them understand the costing of selling on Etsy.
Yeah, sure. So basically, when you're talking about the investment or like the amount you needed to start the shop, it is quite low budget if you are talking about the cost. So first of all, on Etsy, there's no like starting or basically subscription charges. There is a listing cost on Etsy. If you want to list your products, it will charge 20 cents, around like 13 to 15 rupees in market value. But yeah, right now in India, as we started, we are also running with a promotional period. So we are giving you the first 30 listing free. So for the first 30 listing, there's no charge. And when you're talking about the product, like the material of the product, if you want to purchase it or any other capital you want to invest, you can completely work on made to order. So you will get the payment in advance from buyer. So there's no other big investment is required other than like at listing cost. And after you get a sale on Etsy, Etsy will charge 5% commission. So whenever you are putting up the price of your product, we always suggest you to add that price also in your product price. So you don't need to pay from your own pocket, like you already get the amount from buyer itself. So other than this, there's no monthly, no yearly, or no other hidden charges. There is some third party charges that is for PayPal, but that cost also you can include in your product price. So like all the things you can take it from buyer itself in the advance payment mode. So other than this, there's no other hidden charges.
Thanks so much, Rohan. Coming back to you, Isha, there is a question of Avantika, which is what are the areas of investment that are needed to start a business? So what all did you have to invest in when you start the business, your creative business online?
First of all, keep your products ready for photography, and then you need 10 photographs of each product to upload, and then you need your bank account and your PayPal account connected to your bank account. So these three things are important according to me: photographs, bank account, PayPal account. And if I am forgetting anything, Rohan can guide us. So these are the three important things, and then you can just upload, and you can give the tags and the name and description of the product, and you can decide the price of that product, uh, like how much it has, how much is the cost of your byproducts, the material you have used, then how much would be the shipping cost, and how much cost you want to include as your workmanship or your efforts. So all these calculating all these points, and you can decide the cost of your product.
Right.
So these are the very basic things. Yeah, and that's all you need to just start your Etsy shop actually right now.
Right. The next question is from Diksha, who is asking, I guess this would be relevant to a lot of people. What are the challenges that you faced in starting your business, and how did you overcome them?
Okay. So if you'll count, there are many, but if you will think that those were the learning lessons, then they were nil. Actually, yeah. So and everyone faces different problems and different issues at every stage of doing some business or doing some adventure. So particular as such, I don't remember right now, because I'm truly happy with what I'm doing and what I have achieved. So I have just forgotten about the challenges and the difficulties in my life. Actually, it's just a bit difficult to keep that right balance between your family life and your social life and your professional life. So you need to be a bit organized, and you need to uh, keep your timetable properly, and basically you need to keep yourself organized, I feel.
Right. I'm just gonna, I guess, take one last question. Sumana has asked, what are the first few steps to getting online? So I think, like, of course, you told us a lot about, in general, about starting your business, but maybe specific to Etsy, what would you say were the first 3 steps that people should be ready with to start their business on Etsy?
So as I told you, you need to keep your product ready, like at least 5 to 10 products. Then you need to keep the pictures ready. 10. If you can't manage 10 pictures, you can even have 5 pictures of a single product. And then as I told you, I'll repeat again, your bank account, and your bank account should be connected your PayPal account. These are the major technical things, I feel. And then be courageous, be ready, always be ready to learn new things actually. And don't hesitate to ask any question to team at sea or captain in your city. Stay connected to the community.
Right. I think
Yeah.
one last question that I can ask will be the ending tips. So Neelam is asking that she's already on Etsy, but she's new to Etsy. Do you have any tips on getting your first sale or getting your first customer?
Okay. So I remember when I got my first sale, I was so happy. And this lady from Europe, somewhere, I don't remember the city, but somewhere from Europe, and she was such a lovely lady. She kept communicating continuously, and she kept asking me about my yeah, here are pictures of my first sale, and when I started my shop, I got these mail. So I still I can still feel those moments and that excitement. So you need not run behind sales and customers. Actually, Etsy does everything for you. Etsy does marketing for you. You just need to keep connected, and you just need to participate in community events, and like what you need to stay connected with the community basically. So I initially used to connect with the sellers, other sellers, and that time the forum, the pattern of Etsy website was little different. So I could easily connect with the sellers, and I used to have regular conversations with them. So maybe because of that, I guess I got my first sale.
Right. So I think peer learning. So that's what I would advise to the audience also. If you're new to the Etsy platform, definitely look out for peer learning opportunities. And I know that there are a lot of questions that we haven't been able to address today. But do feel free to reach out to us in case you have any questions for Team Etsy at tara@etsy.com. If you want to join the platform and have any questions about whether your business is ready, what are the shipping charges, what are the overall charges going to be, please head to our Etsy India Instagram page. In the bio, you'll find a form where you can drop your information, you'll get a call back, and you'll be one-on-one advised on all the requirements that are there to start your business on Etsy and what could be the requirements from your side as well. So that's where you can get the full brief, probably in a lot more detail than we could address, of course, in a 1-hour session. Thank you so much, Esha, for spending your Saturday evening with us and sharing your experience of starting your business, no matter what the stage in life. Do check out our Instagram handle, EtsyIn, for updates on upcoming sessions. The next section we have is with our Etsy seller, Dr. Meenakshi from Cocoon Kapas, on the topic Time to Embrace Swadesi in Fashion, where she will give her insights on how she built her business with this ideology. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Do let us know how you like the event in the feedback form that you will receive in your email. And again, thanks for your time and have a great weekend.
Thank you so much, Ishani. Thank you, Radhika. Thank you, Riya. Thank you, Sunanda. Thank you, Rohan. And thank you, entire Etsy team, for having me today. I'm really honored. I feel really nice. And thank you, everyone, for attending our event this evening. Hope you all take good care of yourself and stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Isha. It was our honor. Thanks.
Thank you.